I was really nervous. And I was lucky because I did kind of know some people. I wasn't friends with anyone. I knew who they were, they knew who I was. So I knew like who to look for, kind of a familiar face. But it was definitely weird because in some ways I was lucky because I went right into a friend group, but it was weird. They were all like really close and I was super shy and like super nervous my first day, which I was not used of because at my old school, I was one of the loudest people in my class. Like my best friends and I had known each other since kindergarten. I'd known everybody my whole life. I never went to school quiet or like nervous to talk. And then all of a sudden, anything I said, I was like, scared to say it or like just sitting there in silence at lunch because I was scared to talk. So it was definitely weird. I felt like an outsider for sure. In the first day, I was definitely scared. I had no idea where I'm gonna go. What if they don't like me? Like, what if I go to say hi to them and they like don't remember me or like they don't talk to me? Then who am I gonna talk to? I was just freaking out my first, probably for like a month, honestly.
Knowing you, you are such like a social person. You're funny, you like to joke, you like to laugh. I feel like me and you are similar in that when we meet new people, we get really scared and shy and I never know what to say. So I tend to be kind of quiet when I first meet new people. And I feel like you kind of also had that. And I relate to what you said about like being at the lunch table and they're all talking. And normally you'd be joining in and making jokes, but it's almost like intimidating and you don't know what to say. So you just sit there quietly and you don't really get to show like your personality and who you are. I guess how long did it take you before you kind of felt comfortable to do that?
I remember thinking it would be like a week and I would be best friends with everyone. But that was definitely not the case for me. I think because I did have a hard time like showing my personality because it was so weird. I had never been new before. Like I had just never had to worry about that I wasn't talking or that I was saying something weird. Like that had never even crossed my mind at my old school. Like I was so close with everyone. It came naturally. So I was just so like shocked that I never thought I would be considered a shy person, I guess, because I never been put in a situation where I didn't know anyone. So when I kind of realized like how shy I was, it took me a while to like snap out of that and start like really showing my personality, especially with, the girls in my friend group that I didn't see as much. I would say there was a couple girls I got close with pretty quickly because I had all my classes with them and they were really talkative, so I could talk to them. But then if a different girl like talked to me, I was not as talkative with them.
I mean, even when I switched schools, I would just be sitting there. I'd be like, oh my gosh, Sienna, like talk, like say something. I would just sit there and I wouldn't say anything.
That's exactly what I would do.
It's so weird. I feel like that isn't like us. And I think it's especially hard when everybody's already friends. I think that makes it a bit harder.
That's exactly how I felt. It's like saying like just talk or like just say something when we would all hang out as a group at someone's house. I would like prepare myself beforehand and be like, okay, like just act normal. Like you don't have to be like freaking out. And then the whole time I would just be like sitting there and talking to like the one girl next to me. And like anytime we were having a group talk, I would just be completely silent, even though I was already friends with all of these people. Like I wasn't new anymore. I'd been in that school for 6 months. Like everybody knew me. I was a part of their friend group now. And even when we would hang out like all together, I would still just get like so nervous. I felt like I just couldn't talk. I couldn't get the right words out, that sort of thing.